name is Polly, Molly's mathematically competent sister. Today I am going to teach you how to identify conic sections and put them into standard form. There are four kinds of conic sections. There are parabolas, circles, ellipses, and hyperbolas. A parabola looks like this. Its equation contains only one variable to the second power, x or y. This is a circle. The standard form equation of a circle has no coefficients present before the x or y variables. An ellipse looks like this. Its equation contains a plus sign in between the x and y terms. This is a hyperbola. Its equation contains a minus sign in between the x and y terms. Okay, so let's say we are going to put this equation into standard form. Our first step is to put the x and y related terms next to each other in the equation. So it would now read x squared minus 6x plus 4y squared minus 16y plus 21 equals 0. Then you want to move the 21 over to the other side of the equation. So the 21 becomes a negative 21, and now we have this. Our next step is now to factor out coefficients in the squared terms. So our x squared term does not have a coefficient to factor out. However, our y squared term does have a coefficient of 4 in front of it, so we need to factor that out. Once we factor out the 4 and leave the x squared as it is, our equation now looks like this. We need to leave a space after the x term when we complete the square in just a moment. Now, we will complete the square. In order to do this, we must take half of the b value, then square it, and add it to both sides of the equation. In the case of this equation, the b values are negative 6 and now 4 since we factored out the 4 of the previous 16. Half of negative 6 is negative 3, and negative 3 squared is 9, so we place 9 here. If we follow the same process before, then we would square 2, which is just 4 again, so 4 goes here. Now we need to balance out the equation by adding 9 to the other side of the equation. Negative 21 plus 9 equals negative 12. We also, however, must add 16 to the other side because of the 4 we factored out, multiplied by the 4 we got when we completed the square. Negative 12 plus 16 equals 4. So the constant on the other side of our equation is 4. Lastly, we have to simplify the equation down. I could rewrite these equations as simply x or y plus or minus the b value squared, as I have done here. Our very last step is to divide our equation by 4. So this way it can equal 1. The 4's cancel out here, and our final equation looks like this. Hope that was helpful.